Hello! So I'm working on a few more maps and just finishing things off this week, and then I'm pretty sure I'm going to get a little bit obsessed about art for a minute because I've been making characters and populating cities in town, but I only got 3 base characters, so I need to do a bit more embellishing and a bit more character design because the stock 3 are a little bit odd because I've used them for the main characters of the mother, the sister, a main NPC, so they keep on turning up in the whole world and it's getting a bit confusing. I've used like one for this character called Hannah. Hannah is a friend and or love interest. You do what you want with them. I think she's more going to be a love interest for Alvis, but then that's up to you. Like, because Araucana's already got a love interest at the beginning, I didn't want to give unbalanced amounts. So equal opportunity is this game. Well, even opportunity is this game. So I've been making a dungeon, like it's a proper dungeon. This was used in the D&D game, and then I've been trying to figure out how to make it fun for an RPG maker game / RPG audience. I cannot narrate traps and have riddles in the same way that I did before. Also, that makes it way harder in this specific early area than it needs to be. It needs to be a simpler level. It needs to be something that is just a single idea that you come in and you can solve the puzzles. So it's got like 2 repeated puzzles. I put in boulders. It's also because I'm learning RPG Maker. So the boulders, let's shove the boulder into the right spot. And please have a look at all the thingies that are outstanding. And oh, look at that. The spider webs. Spider webs equals spiders. So think about killing the spiders, or at least trapping the spiders somewhere and try and find a way out of a cave. I think it's simple enough. Like with the D&D lot, we hadn't had a dungeon in a while, so they were traveling and I was like, okay, you're in a cart. You can hit a really hard rock and then you can go flying and fall. See how much damage you get when you hit the floor. Of course, they rolled really well, so they just landed in a bunch of leaves. Nobody's got any bludgeoning fall damage. That's fine. They come in and then they definitely prat about for a bit. I'm like, okay, this is why whenever you prat about, if you're not looking at my map, because we play online, I can edit everything on the map as we go. Because they're not looking at the map and not realizing that they are faffing getting treasure, there are spiders appearing and following them. And then they encountered a mimic which actually killed one of them because they were level 2. Yeah, like it was early and I was thinking mimics are always fun, but also they are not a very good team yet, so let's see if they can handle one monster. And then they managed to just about kill it by like smashing it with a backpack. I'll be mentioning a lot more links to the D&D campaign when I get more into lore or something that has already been played out. If it's something I'm planning to play out, like the characters and the NPCs that these main characters are involved with, are going to be slightly different to the NPCs that the whole party faces during the campaign, because they've gone on a very large tangent. They have ignored the main quest, as they do, so they are in the same planet, but they are not necessarily in the same area. They all have the big bad, likely the same as this game, but they who knows what hijinks they get into. So I'll be planning maps and encounters and stuff separately now that they've gone off on that tangent, because it has been played, it needs to be translated, yet I want it to still be fun. So let me know if it looks fun and I will let you know how I balance it, because what I've done is I've done a very simple auto-generated map, then I added layers of difficulty. So I do this thing, if I restrict a palette to a few things, restricted colours on the walls, colours on the floor, just all the tiles are going to be the same ones, which the generator kind of does that for you a little bit. But when it comes to all of the decorating, if you just choose, so I'm using some rocks, I'm only using 2 of the mushroom blobby types on the dungeon thing, because then that just keeps the cohesion. Even if I'm going to redesign all of them, when I change the tile, it will only be those ones, but it'll be all of those ones that will be changed and it'll look fine. And when I was playtesting this, I got a game over screen again. So I need to make this game playable and not just Dark Souls level hard. There is now ways to avoid getting poisoned by a spider. I know it's like a rookie mistake, but I'm kind of a rookie. And it's far easier to balance an encounter whilst you're playing in D&D and just being the GM, because the players are in front of you. Whereas this is where the players will be me for a while for all this playtesting, and then my lovely playtesting friend, who also have remarked that it is almost as hard as very hard games because I haven't quite balanced the monsters yet. One thing I have realised, the spiders cannot kill you. They're very, very easy. I don't need much better art. I've just used the weird egg thing as a spider. And just like a creepy crawly spider around a dungeon is quite creepy. Around a cave. Even if I'm not scared of spiders, I've got a friend that's super scared of spiders and will just like, she has screamed so loud and accidentally into my microphone before that it was just the silliest thing, and I've still got that clip somewhere. We were like preteens. But a simple concept in one level is what I've been hearing other people do. Make it simple, make it understandable, make it either fun because it's quick or fun because it's a couple of puzzles and a challenge, but an understandable one. This game is not designed to be complicated in level design. If you want to think about the plot, that's going to get fairly complicated, but only as I add different layers of complication, not how you play the game. That's just a way that people will drop off and just not understand it, but then also not be boring. We'll see. Is it either going to be fun or fun and quick, but I don't want it to be slow or boring and just not worth playing. I don't mind a little half an hour like, I did a story. It doesn't need to be 300 hours. I'm sorry. I'm sorry the people that start out that way. Persona 5 is way too long, and this is not that type of RPG. Okay, so that means if you are a creative like me and want to keep in touch, like and subscribe. I'm very happy to chat about anybody else's games. Just let me know what you want to talk about, anything you need tips on, even any artwork that you want a little bit of a nudge towards. Like, if I'm going to use it in my games, let me know and I'll draw it. Simple. Okay, see you later. Bye. That was the weirdest bye ever. Bye.